Hello everybody, I'm Count Christo and welcome aboard the bark Europa. Europa is a tall ship, a bark specifically, three-masted tall ship, sharing its name of course, with the wonderful game Europa Universalis 4. And we're in the middle of a race from Norway to the Netherlands. I apologise for the wind noise and the low quality microphone. There's not much you can do to get my normal microphone about this high up above the deck, which is rather difficult to accomplish. I'm here on the foremast, this lovely wooden beastie to my left. We've just finished setting many of her beautiful square sails, which you can see here. There you go. The top one's called the skysail, and they won't let us climb up there just yet. We'll see what we can do to persuade them as the race goes on. Thought I'd just give you a visual example of what an extremely good excuse I have for having not put out very many videos this week. It's because I've been at sea. I've been out here in the beautiful, surprisingly sunny North Sea, having some great fun. That down there, that prong at the front, is called the bowsprit. One of the best places to do, one of the best things to do rather, is you see that net at the front. You can lie in that net and read a book, is what I've been doing so far today. It's been glorious, I must say. So I figured some of you may not believe me about the bowsprit part, but it really is the most comfortable spot. So this is a bit you can see from up top. The very prow of the ship is just over there, hiding behind this staysail. And here is Europa's sails in all their glory. I apologise for the slightly shaky camera, but the whole boat itself is moving up and down rather a lot, which I thought you couldn't really see very well from aloft. But you can see from here that the whole ship rises and falls in each wave. But the whoa, that was a big one. The wind is fairly light at the moment. We're only looking at about 15 miles an hour of wind, which is pretty light, which is why we have all of our sails set. When the wind gets heavier, you take down some of the smaller sails because they can't take the stress of being in really high wind conditions. I also thought here would be a good place to take a quick film, because from over here you can see our competitor over there in the distance. That is I think that's a Russian ship? I'm not certain. I'll put it in the description. But they are our closest competitor in this race at the moment. As you can see, they have the advantage of slightly more sails than us. We have about 19 sails set. On theirs I count 15, 20, 21, 22, 23, at least 24 sails over on their one. But yeah, here is the best place, one of the best places on the ship I think, especially because you sometimes get dolphins playing in the water just off the bow. It's extremely pretty. There's another competitor over there, I don't know if you can make them out on the horizon. It's not the best of films, but there you go. But yes, so there's another look at a different angle of the Europa. In order to set one of these large square sails, which is what these kind of rectangular shaped sails are called, what you do is you put a team of people out onto that wooden beam, which is called a yard. You tread on the black rope that you can see hanging down beneath the yard, and then you have to set the sail manually from there, or at least you get it ready for setting from there. And then you climb back down this mast. This is a 60 metre, I think it's 55 metre tall mast. You climb all the way down there. You may just be able to make out some pins with ropes on. It's called pin rail. We're imaginative in our names, our sailors. And you haul away on ropes down there that lifts these yards themselves up into the air. This yard here is the upper topsail yard, which weighs about half a ton. So as you can imagine, it takes a rather large team of people down on the deck to pull that one into position. But yeah, there you go. The beautiful view from the cross trees of the bark Europa, which I thought I'd share with you. This is this metal contraption here is called the cross trees, which we're treading on right now. There we go. So I'll stand here and look out across the waves as I plan my glorious world conquests in Europa Universalis while here on bark Europa. If you're interested in doing this kind of thing yourself, I'll leave links in the description both to the website of this ship and to a couple of organisations that man similar ships. If you want to get involved and you're under 18, it's pretty freaking cheap, so I can recommend it. I figured I would show you a little bit of what it's like climbing up here. So this is me scaling what we call the shrouds, which are those vertical black lines that I'm holding on to. That bit just there, on most ships is called the Jacob's Ladder. It has a weird Dutch name that I can never remember on this ship. That's one of the few points where you clip on when you're ascending the mast. So here I'm back on the shrouds. And we go aloft fairly regularly in order to change sails. To bring sails down or to put them up, you need to go aloft and send a team aloft and out onto the yards in order to stow or set any of the sails. So we do quite a bit of that. And personally, I spend a fair amount of time aloft just because it's awesome being aloft. So I tend to go up there on my own. I'm not quite sure what my generous cameraman was thinking when he made that particular 90-degree turn, but there you go. There's me on the cross trees where I recorded the earlier bit from. As you can just make out down there, we have a figurehead. Europa is the naked lady holding onto the back of that white wall. If you're not familiar with the namesake of the continent of Europe, the name Europa Universalis and the bark Europa. Europa was a woman seduced by Zeus while he took the form of a bull, which is why we have a bull's head in front of our glorious ship here. I don't know if you can hear that, but that was 3 bells, which means it's time for us to assemble. So I shall see you in the next one. Either way, thank you very much for watching, and fair winds.